I do like how they had the actual stages shown on the menus. Okay, so I'll pick Kasumi now. It's just the same outfit. Well, not the same, but it's dead similar. So I think the other buttons just change the hairstyle. I'll go with the DOA 1 outfit with the Y button. Let's just see what that does to her. I might just give her long hair, which like wears it free. Yeah. This has become a default style now. It did in 4. I think they changed it to a high ponytail in 4. I mean 5 rather. But yeah, you may notice that there are certain differences with the outfit. Like it just generally looks more ninja-ish. Like it don't look like she's wearing trainers anymore. Actually, I think I commented on that the first time I was recording the DOA 1 episode. That Ryu was wearing trainers. You know, Ryu was wearing trainers in DOA 1. No, screw you, Zach. So I figure out what the hell this move is about. Like, they must combo into something. How the hell did he predict that? I like the flips. They're good. Yeah, mate. I don't even know what's going on there. I think Ayane is supposed to be attacking her, even though she's like, I don't want to fight you. Well, I can't be asked fighting you, mate. Also, the music and the character themes in this game are generally different. Like, I'm not sure if Ultimate reverted to the DOA 2 ones or made new ones, but 4 just generally used the ones from Ultimate. Also, I was trying to find images for the title cards for this. I've really been annoyed with DOA 5 Ultimate. Because it's hard to find stuff for Dead or Alive Ultimate because of 5 Ultimate. Most of it just comes up. Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate. That's not what I'm after. So yeah, you can probably guess Kasumi's out to just see her brother again. That's the thing, like, it's only really like 1 and 4 that Kasumi has a real goal. Other than that, she's just like, I want to see my brother. Which is fair enough, I guess. But like, when she doesn't have an actual character to go after, it just seems that she's kind of wandering around with nothing to do. I didn't mean to defeat you, he told me. Not in that way. Yeah, she wouldn't actually get to use that weapon until Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Yeah. Like, it wasn't... She didn't get to actually use the weapon she's always been shown wielding ever since DOA 2, which she uses in the kata intro for DOA 2. She wouldn't be shown using that. She wouldn't be able to actually use that in-game until Ninja Gaiden 3's re-release. Oh. It's pretty bad, that. Especially when I guess she probably would have had it in Code Chronos. Because, I remember there's this big deal. It's like, okay, so there's, I don't know if it was meant to be 4 DOA games or just 4 games by Team Ninja in general that were meant to come out one after the other. What is Hayate's deal? Fuck the rules of your clan. She's your sister. And as you saw, this was not in Hayate's story, which shows how little he actually seems to care about his own sister. But that gate should be open. Should be able to go through that gate. I think you can in like dimensions. Kicking my ass. But yeah, so there's meant to be like 4 games by Team Ninja. There's meant to be. First, it was supposed to be. Like a hurricane, or could be named Hayate. Yeah, clever. So it was supposed to be DOA 4, DOA X2, Code Chronos is an action-adventure spin-off about young Kasumi and Ayane, and another one. Oh yeah, there's another one which never. It wasn't Ninja Gaiden 2. That was supposed to be one of them. It was supposed to be another DOA-related project that not much revealed about, but that and Code Chronos were cancelled. I guess so, this may be why they decided put in Ayane and Kasumi into Ninja Gaiden. Yeah. So Hayate is a douche, and now Kasumi's just like, I'm gonna kill Genra because why not? Yeah, actually. Now think about it. That Kasumi's punch combo doesn't actually knock the opponent back. So... no, that doesn't really work. But that's one of Tengu's moves, isn't it? Just without going into the air. Damn it. I just hate that... well, he's not that cheap, he just has some cheap moves, but I hate bosses being cheap. You know, it's one of those outdated concepts like, oh, the final boss has to be really overpowered, so people put more money into it. It's like, but when you're not gaining more money from the boss, there's no point, you shit. I don't know. So we have Kasumi's ending, which I think is linked to Hayate's, I'm not completely sure. Okay. Let's just have a leaf land on the breasts. Yeah, so I think this is actually meant to reveal... I don't know what it's supposed to be. I think it's like this is her being attacked by ninjas. And then if you see this before Hayate's, it reveals that Hayate sent him. Well, I guess that reveals Hayate sent him. Whereas if you watch Hayate's first, it's like, oh, that's what they're doing. They're trying to get Kasumi. Because Hayate is a cunt. And does not care about his sister in the slightest. Ah, I see. So if you assume... yes, if you assume this scene takes place at the end of DOA 3, she basically loses her ribbon, so she doesn't have her hair in a ponytail anymore. And so when she shows up in DOA 4, all of a sudden, she's got her hair free. But it's funny because so Kasumi kind of has an excuse to not change her clothes because she's on the run, but she does actually have all the costumes in canon. Like, Dimensions reveals that she poses as a schoolgirl with a sweet tooth sometimes. That is actually a thing the game points out. Like, a little narration caption box comes up and says, yes, this is what happens. And I'm like, what? Oh, you may notice age not applicable because they're underage. Yeah. Remember when I mentioned that Kasumi is 17 and Ayane is 16? Yeah, they're still that age by this game. The characters don't age between the first 4 games. They actually the characters actually stay the same age because apparently the first 4 games all take place within the same year. Yeah, because that's not suspicious at all, is it? This company hosting 4 martial arts tournaments in 1 year. What's really weird about it though is that DOATEC stands for Dead or Alive Tournament Executive Committee, implying the whole company exists just for the tournaments. Even though, unlike the movie, the first game is the first tournament. So I don't know what the deal is, where it's like, yeah, we have a company that exists solely to create these to host these tournaments. It's just weird. That move I just did then. It's even better in Dimensions. He really made it cool because he actually does a Ninpo blast because he's shown doing some in his DOA 4 ending. So they were like, that's awesome. Let's have him do it in game. Of course, it gave him an even greater range advantage, so they just cut that. I think they brought this stage back in 5 Ultimate as well. I'm not entirely sure. But this is another little scenes where they just have a character show up and not do anything. I think I'm against Bayman or Leon. Yeah, Leon. Nin. I don't know what the deal is. It's just... I just don't understand, like, why would you even bother putting in a cutscene if you're not going to actually have an actual fight between characters? They could have easily just had another fight with Janli or Kasumi, or even had him interact with Ayane, because the interesting thing about DOA is that Ryu did not interact with Ayane until DOA 4, by which time he had interacted with her in Ninja Gaiden. So Ryu's first interaction with Ayane was in Ninja Gaiden 1. Yeah, he'd never interacted with her before that point. Every other ninja combination of interactions had been done, except for that, well, unless you count the bosses. What does do then? that move I just did, he doesn't. This move, he doesn't actually have that in like 2 or Ultimate or 4. It's mainly those you can just do the back grab. I do like how the characters do the special throws and shit from behind. That's cool. It's just a nice little thing. The characters have like loads of different throws depending on the angle, like whether they're crouched, the opponent's crouched. It gets kind of ridiculous when you're doing the training mode and you have to do every move in the game. Of course, the most impossible character to do that mode with is Hayate, because his moveset is just impossible. Because you may recall I mentioned that Ryu has the second most difficult move to pull off in the series, with the Izuna drop. Hayate has the most difficult. It's because with Ryu you have the shortcut, or just rotating the analog stick. Hayate don't have that. Yeah, so Ryu's is really cocky. So generally, most of the cast in the series aren't even all that likable when you actually get down to it. You know, not even just the ninjas. I say Kasumi, Genfu, Hitomi, Elena. Well, not as much in 4, but she gets better. Oh, what the hell? I guess it makes sense that you would fall off from there, but still. Take that. Also, did I mention started having certain characters appearing more earlier than they did originally. It's like even Christy, who debuts in this game, shows up in the DOA 1 section. Hajin Genra. Yeah, it's kind of weird that Jan Lee has a cutscene against Genra, while Kasumi, one of the actual ninjas, doesn't. I don't know if you can do throws on Genra. Probably not. Yeah, Genra play has like the least aggressive AI of all the characters, simply because his moves are so much more powerful. Which I guess makes sense, but unfortunately they didn't take that into account when they made the final boss of DOA 4, because she is just as powerful as Genra, probably more so, and also more aggressive than the average character. It's a real piss take, but you know, that's not for now. Now clearly, you can tell this ending here was before Ninja Gaiden, because Ryu does basically nothing. It's really kind of a shit ending when you actually get down to it, because nothing really happens in it. It's the kind of thing you might expect to have seen in, like, I don't know, Tekken 2. Back when endings were just kind of there as something for the player to get for completing the game, but they weren't really that relevant. And he's like, I will throw this hat to slow the arrow, I guess, and then catch the arrow. And it's just a letter. The actual contents of the letter are never explained. The general consensus between fans is that it's either him at the start of the series being sent a letter by Hayate to protect Kasumi, or it's to lead into DOA 4 where the ninjas are going for their final war against Doatek. And Hayate's like, come join me, mate. And Ryu's like, KK lad.